Buying in New York City could be stressful to say the least. In one of the most fast-paced and complicated real estate markets in the country, it's important to act fast and know your stuff if you want to get a deal that's worth making. Here are a few tips that can help you navigate the buying process more confidently. In preparing for the buying process, there's definitely a lot to consider. It's important to take time to really get specific about what you're looking for. Define your search parameters like price range, what location you'd like to live in, type of ownership, for example if it's a condo, co-op, townhouse, etc., size of the property, and building amenities. There's so much variety in the city that looking without parameters would be a never-ending search. New York City is a city of trade-offs, so you have to prioritize your needs. For example, space, lights, views, proximity to schools, etc. But try to be flexible. You have to evaluate your budget, know what you can spend on a down payment, as well as monthly expenditures like maintenance or common charges, real estate taxes, mortgage payment, utilities, parking, etc. Find the right real estate agent to help you through the process, speak with a mortgage lender to get pre-approved for a loan, and choose an attorney experienced in New York City real estate. How do you choose an agent to work with, and why should you even use an agent in the first place? So buying a home is not only one of the biggest financial decisions you'll ever make, but it's a major life decision as well. There's not much that says more about who you are or how you live than where you live. So make sure that your real estate agent is someone who understands you and what you need. A good starting point is asking a few friends who have used agents for some referrals possibly. You're going to want to choose a professional who specializes in homes in your price range and desired neighborhood, is available to work with your schedule, listens to your needs, asks a lot of questions about how you live, and takes the time to explain things in a clear and concise way. Finding your new home should be an exciting and enjoyable process, but is also very time consuming. So you're going to want to look for someone whose company you enjoy, because you'll likely be spending a lot of time together. Making sure your financing is in place before you look for a home will save a lot of time and help the transaction go a lot smoother. Meet with your mortgage broker to ask questions about the lending process and determine a comfortable price range. There are two levels of endorsement that you'll go through during this process. Those are pre-qualification and pre-approval. Pre-qualification means you're potentially qualified for a certain loan amount, assuming the information you provide is full and accurate, while pre-approval, on the other hand, is more appealing to the seller. To get pre-approved, you need to provide your mortgage broker with information for a detailed background and financial check, including tax returns, credit check, and income history. You'll then get a letter from your lender stating the amount of your loan. This commitment is usually valid for about 60 days. What's the difference between a condo and a co-op? A co-op is owned by a corporation. When you buy a co-op, you're buying shares that entitle you as a shareholder to a proprietary lease in a particular apartment. Shareholders are required to pay a monthly maintenance fee to cover building expenses, including real estate taxes. Approval is granted by a board of directors, and all prospective buyers have to submit a board package as well as interview in front of the board. A condominium, on the other hand, is considered real property and the purchaser is given a deed. Besides owning the apartment, you also own a small percentage of the building's common elements like the halls, stairwells, etc. Each individual apartment gets a separate tax bill billed from the city. Owners are required to pay a monthly common charge for building expenses. Financing and subletting are typically more flexible in a condo than in a co-op. Closing costs. For most home buyers, closing costs are extremely hard to estimate. If you're purchasing, you need to be aware of these costs way ahead of the closing date. Typical closing costs associated with the purchase of a co-op, condominium, or townhouse include fees associated with your mortgage loan, such as origination costs, which could equate to 0 to 3% of the value of your loan, attorney fees, application, credit check, appraisal, move-in deposit, various taxes including mansion tax if applicable, insurance, and other items, plus your remaining down payment. Condos and townhouses will also require title insurance, search and recording fees, and you should speak with your real estate attorney or financial advisor for specifics. If you're buying a new development projects, you should pay particular attention to these numbers because you'll most likely be paying New York City and New York State transfer taxes, as well as other selling fees and expenses like the cost of the seller's attorney. If you want a list of all closing costs, you can click the link down below this video and I will provide that for you. Preparing the offer could take 1 day. Negotiation of the offer and acceptance, 2 to 5 days. Loan application and appraisal, loan approval and commitment letter, signed contract and escrow deposit, 2 to 4 weeks. Co-op board package and interview condo application, 4 to 6 weeks. Bank and attorney prep and closing, 1 to 2 weeks. Final walkthrough is the day of the closing. Transaction closing time is about 3 hours. Things to keep in mind. Determine your budget for a down payment and the amount you're able to spend monthly. Consider monthly expenditures such as your mortgage, maintenance, or common charges, and real estate taxes, utilities, parking, etc. Getting approved for a mortgage, look into your credit report, FICO score, type of mortgage, shop for best rates and programs, identify your timeline for moving. Find a real estate agent who specializes in New York City real estate. Determine your needs, prioritize your wants, style, home size, location, building, amenities, condo, co-op, explore different neighborhoods, determine which ones suit your needs. Evaluate access to transportation and commute times within different neighborhoods. Evaluate building amenities, house rules, doorman, gym, pet policy, storage facilities. Discuss with your agent how much to offer and leave room to negotiate. Your agent will be able to advise based on how long the property has been on the market, condition of the home, other offers that have been presented, and how the asking price compares to similar recently sold properties. Let your agent prepare your offer and apply trained negotiation skills during the buying process. Your agent will advise you of any final negotiating factors that may benefit you in the purchase. Once you have chosen an apartment, have both your agent and your attorney evaluate the building's financial statements. Once your offer is accepted, work closely with your agent to gather materials for your mortgage, application, and/or board package. Find a local real estate attorney to prepare the purchase contract before you sign and represent you at the closing. Before you move in, obtain homeowners insurance, get quotes, compare and secure an insurance policy with appropriate coverage. Now, if you're serious about purchasing a new home, you should have a team of professionals to stand with you. There's no benefit or spared cost approaching the buying process alone. With a team behind you, especially one that is top 1% in the country, you'll have the best there is, all working together with your best interest in mind. We believe that the place you live is never just an apartment, a house, or a neighborhood. It's more than just herringbone floors and pre-war details. It's where you come to life and are inspired. Where you live is the first and best expression of who you are as an individual, as a couple, or as a family. And we never lose sight of what a home represents to our clients. So if you or anyone you know would be interested in working with me or my team, don't hesitate to contact me through the link below this video or with the contact information provided following this video. Again, we are a top 1% team in the country focusing on one of the most intricate areas in the real estate market, and we are very good at what we do. So with all that being said, I want to thank you all for watching and have a beautiful day.